Hello Pisces, and welcome to Sincere Tarot. This is your What Do You Need to Know for mid-April tarot reading, and your energy is the Fool. It looks like there's going to be a new start with something in your life, potentially a clean slate, maybe even with a particular relationship or situation, and this can sometimes represent a child. Also an Aries, same thing. All right, what does Pisces need to know for mid-April? Interesting. Ooh, looks like you're needing that fresh new start for sure. Wow. Definitely like a new perspective, which is really good. So this has something to do with something in the recent past. We've got the Ten of Swords. This is surrender. It's like when something is, it looks worse than what it is, but look, there's a fire cat in the background, which is good luck. So in the middle of the pain, you don't really like see the new opportunity, okay? Who can? Let's just try and be optimistic when we're in the midst of suffering. Not really gonna happen, but it can happen afterwards. So there's something that you've kind of like given up on and released resistance to, which is a good thing because that has, and it's caused a lot of stress, right? But it's like, you're like, okay, I surrender. I can't do anything about this anymore. I'm done. You know? But yeah, so but then you're kind of like in this stuck situation, like you're not really sure what to do. You're not really sure where to move forward, or maybe you're thinking about where to move forward, or what new direction to go into, but just energetically you can't, like you're restrained in a way. You can't move forward with something in particular. It could be about a particular person or situation or aspect of yourself, but I'm going to speak as if this is another person. So if this has to do with someone who is a person, they have got their heart chakra blocked. They are not really making any moves. So like so they're inadvertently making you stuck in a situation because they're not doing anything. They're not saying yes. They're not saying no. They're not giving any leeway. They might not be expressing the way that they think or they feel, or this could actually have to do with like a financial situation. Like you're waiting for something to happen with work or finances, but you're not like it's not yes or no, it's just like the stuckness. But you're coming to peace with this. And for some of you, if there is a child involved in the situation, it would most likely be a little girl with that page. Excuse me. Or it could be a young man, looking at the rest of the cards. I'll show you in a second. But I feel like you're coming to peace. You're actually beginning to find emotional contentment with this whole situation. You're very calm because you have accepted it. Like it definitely stressed you out in the past, okay? The outcome, we've got the Six of Cups. So this might have something to do with, either someone from your childhood or a sibling. But there's kind of like a kindness to this card as well. Gratitude, and also, but just sometimes there can be a little bit of nostalgia. So kind of with this whole waiting, you might kind of just be really thinking a lot about the past and maybe looking at the past positively with rose-colored glasses, because that you are being also aspected by the Seven of Cups. So you're not like looking at things clearly. Like memory is such a funny thing. The things that we remember are just like, if you look at the research about it, our memories are not accurate. They feel accurate, but they're not. And that's really hard for me to say because I like to think that my memories are real, but the way that you're perceiving and looking at things, I feel like are very different than what they really are. So just, you don't have to believe me, but just kind of like maybe take that into consideration that it's possible. Be really careful if there are any old habits, like negative habits, addictions, or patterns of behavior from the past. They might be coming up now, so please get help if you need any help, because I feel like you really just need like a new clean slate. This person might kind of be they might just be a bit mean with the way that they speak. And so you are suffering a little bit in this situation, but like your suffering is mostly going to be alleviated compared to what it was before because of the acceptance, not because this person has changed necessarily. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let me just get some clarification cards so we can get a bit more information on this situation for Pisces. All right. So I think you had obviously really high hopes with this person or situation in the past, like when love turns to hate is kind of like the vibe I'm getting, unfortunately. Yeah, there used to be a lot of love and it kind of switched. It went from here to here in the negative way. You are adjusting to being single, to being alone, whether this has to do with like you know, being unemployed or deciding to start your own business or to be like single in a relationship or to not be around your family so much, for example. You are learning to come to peace with being like supporting yourself individually and like realizing that you can focus on becoming the best version of yourself individually. I'm not saying it's going to be like that forever, but you know, if we want to have like a healthy partnership or work or whatever in the future, it's going to be better, the better version of ourselves that we are first. And that's kind of what you're beginning to work on now. I feel like a whole bunch of information, it could be feelings and emotions, thoughts, whatever, that have come to the surface and you're really coming to peace with them. So that's amazing. See, this other person or situation, they feel like bombarded with stress, right? So I feel like they're not looking at you as support or anything like that. They're looking at you as like another, like another mouth to feed. I don't know why I got that for some of you anyways. Just another stress, and they're just like, they can't handle it right now. They're just not capable of handling feeling that they are responsible for other people and they can barely take care of themselves right now. So that could be like a job or something as well. There might be some like legal action, but I feel like for some of you as an outcome or something to do with like making sure things are turn out fairly. But I feel like eventually you will kind of wake up and see things clearly for what they are. Hindsight is 20/20. Look, you got to be realistic when it comes to like work, your health, your physical body, things like that. Please try and be realistic if possible. This other person or situation, they think that they have the high ground, even though they don't necessarily. They think that they have a lot more integrity than what they actually do. And they think that their actions and especially their words come from a place of like a higher level, but they don't. They just think that they do. Kayla, what's this Justice card about? Yeah. So this has something to do with like money, work, security, and you're thinking about where you want to be in the long run as well, okay? Let's get some advice cards. So yeah, you definitely need a new start with that Fool card. All right, advice for Pisces for this situation in mid-April. Let's look at these advice cards. All right. All right, first one, Knight of Pentacles. When it comes to making any type of commitments, whether it's relationship or work or spending money or anything like that, you need to be like 100%, like very careful, like no risk, okay? Baby steps. Rome wasn't built in a day. And yeah, so zero risk. Do not be making any big moves right now for anything at all. So I wouldn't break up with anyone. I wouldn't quit your job. I wouldn't start a new relationship. I would just be super, super careful unless you're 100% sure that this is a safe move, okay? Excuse me. All right, second advice card. We have got the Princess of Wands. So I feel like you'll be going into new territory. So just like keep your eyes open for new opportunities. Definitely follow your intuition. This could be like dipping your toes into a new creative project. So that's awesome. But definitely listen to your instinct and intuition, okay? Third advice card, we've got the Six of Swords. Sometimes getting to these new opportunities, these new lands, means you need to go through treacherous waters that's difficult and stressful, but it will create new opportunity. You are healing. You've gotten through the worst of this, that's for sure. There's still a bit of a ways to go, but you're through the really hard part, okay? Fourth advice card, we have got the Queen of Swords. Whoever this is, whether it's like work or a relationship or a group of people or whatever, just stay emotionally detached when it comes to making your decisions, right? Of course you can be hurt and things like that, and you need to heal and you need to like acknowledge your emotions, and they're very important, okay? But just when it comes to making decisions and communicating with these people in particular, or this person in particular, you need to just kind of like communicate with them from here rather than from here, okay? If you'd like a private reading, send me an email or check out my website. That's all in the description below. Comment if this reading's resonated with you. I love reading your comments. And if you're still here, ooh, secret bonus card, Ace of Swords. Be clear with your communication, be strong, be forthright. You have the courage and the power to accomplish whatever you need to accomplish. Have a great month. Bye.